watching the Delco Duo on PHL 17, so it must be Saturday night.
It is the weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jenna Meisner, one half of the Delco Duo.
I'm Monica Cryan, the other half. We're solving all of your problems any way we can.
Yep, every week, you viewers, you send us your issues, and we talk about them. We talk you through them, give you a little bit of our 2 cents on what we would do if we were in a similar situation.
And we've probably been in a similar situation.
Yeah,
you know, we can relate.
Definitely true.
But before we get to your issues, we're going to go to the debrief. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl just named Rihanna as the headliner.
Everyone's talking about it. You either love it, you dislike it. Everyone's always going to have opinions about the Super Bowl show and what makes it a great show. I think we both agree that Rihanna is a great choice. She's a performer.
I haven't heard anyone upset about it.
There's always those few people who had their pick in their mind.
They wanted like Pavarotti or like Andrea Bocelli. Like, who gets better than Rihanna? Really, it doesn't get much better.
So that got us thinking, what are some of our past favorite halftime shows and our least favorite? Mm-hmm. So let's get right into it. Here's mine. Top 3 in no particular order. Bruno Mars 2014, Katy Perry 2015. I probably should have put these in chronological order. And Beyonce. That was a solid
3 years.
3 years of Super Bowl performances. My least favorites, The Weeknd, Justin Timberlake, which we discovered was the Super Bowl that the Eagles were in. And Madonna. I know that one's a little bit controversial, but for me, she just did not bring it as much as I thought she was going to bring it in 2012.
Yeah, especially after that, you had your 3 in a row that you absolutely loved: 2013, 2014, 2015.
Yep.
I don't remember Justin Timberlake. His own show. First of all, I don't really know if they should have brought him back after the whole Janet Jackson controversy. I mean,
it was highly anticipated.
Yes.
They thought there was going to be an NSYNC reunion because I had Beyonce on there, and that's when she kind of brought out Destiny's Child, because Beyonce's done it a few times, been featured in them. Yeah, I think she was with Coldplay at one point. So there was a lot of anticipation, and he kind of played tracks from one of his newer albums that no one really knew yet.
Never do that.
Yeah, that's tough to do. Unless you're Beyonce and you're releasing Formation, don't try it.
Yeah, I guess. But even then, when Beyonce was releasing Formation, I was like, crazy in love. But so my favorites were very similar. I had Beyonce and Bruno Mars, and I didn't put the year, but I can't remember when Aerosmith, Britney Spears, and NSYNC. Do you remember that one?
I remember that show, though.
That was nuts.
It was.
It was just like one after the other, just, hit after hit after hit.
I'm not surprised by your least favorite at all, actually.
Katy Perry,
she was in my top 3. Left Shark. Do you not remember Left Shark?
Let me talk about that. But Tom Petty, Maroon 5, come on.
You despise Adam Levine as much as the country does right now.
Before the controversy with Adam Levine.
Before it was cool to not like Adam Levine, you did not like Adam Levine.
Very true. And the Tom Petty, I mean, I just don't know.
I don't remember that.
I don't even know enough of his hits. I just remember being, not that excited to see it. And then I just felt like the whole time I was like, this is why you don't.
So what was your beef with Left Shark?
The fact that the highlight of the show was a shark just waving its arms around. The music, Katy Perry's music doesn't really get me. I think it's too bubblegummy.
I think that the set design, she brought out Missy Elliott. Remember Missy Elliott was in that like silhouette and everyone's like, who is it? Who is it? It was Missy Elliott.
Oh, I love Missy Elliott. I forgot about that.
That was a great performance.
I do love Missy Elliott.
And I think people right now might be screaming at their television screens because everyone's like, Prince. Prince had the best Super Bowl performance. I think it was in 2007. I forget exactly when Prince was, but it's just a generational thing. Yeah. I think what you decide is a good Super Bowl depends on your generation.
I totally agree. And I really started paying attention to Super Bowl halftimes with the NSYNC, Britney Spears, and Aerosmith. After that, I was like, wait, why would you ever watch football when you can watch
this free concert?
This is an amazing concert. And then after that, I just really started watching, and just loving the halftime and all the commercials.
I think overwhelmingly, though, The Weeknd, that in 2021, that was one of the halftime shows that I just remember such an outrage of what did we just watch?
Yeah,
and he's an artist, and he
didn't have anybody else.
Going.
He didn't have anybody else come out though. That was what I thought was weird.
We could talk
I love
about
the collabs. Love the collabs. We could talk all night about it, but we need to get to your issues. And our first issue tonight is Ari from Aston asking us, is it okay to date a friend's ex? Resounding
yes.
No. What?
Oh my goodness. Okay, it depends. It depends. It depends.
Well, then let me just take the word resounding out from in front of my no.
We agree about a lot. I think it depends on whether you're a girl and a guy. And I say that because if you're a girl, I think that it is a resounding no. I think
if you're the girl dating,
you should not date one of your girlfriend's exes.
Yes.
I think that is clear cut and dry.
Okay.
I think with men, it's a little bit different. And my only basis off that is
Kelsey.
because, and myself, Tate was friends with an ex-boyfriend of mine, and now Tate and I are happily married. So,
but he's not friends with that guy anymore.
No, absolutely not.
Well, so I think that's the thing is you can date a friend's ex if you are in love with them, if you think this is going to go somewhere.
And you're willing to lose the friendship.
And you're willing to lose the friendship.
Yeah. I say that lightly. I mean, Tate had just moved to Philadelphia, trying to make new friends. So it was all within a similar group. So it's not like if it's a childhood friend or a friend of 10 plus years, don't lose that friendship.
Don't lose that
But if it's a surface level friendship and you like someone as amazing as me, I think that it's totally fine.
Right. Tate was willing to sacrifice his one friendship in Philadelphia. For some girl. And it worked out great. Kelsey has a similar story.
I believe her ex was actually in her wedding.
In the wedding as best man? Was it best man?
I think it was.
Or he has a brother or something. But yeah, very close friend. I think that's crazy. I don't think it.
So you don't think it makes a difference whether you're a female or you're a male? It's just for you, it's just a no.
There's so many fish in the sea. Why do you have to date someone I dated? Just makes me jealous. Makes me jealous. Okay, I'm putting that out there.
That to me says that you haven't moved on. If you still have feelings towards this relationship, then you are still holding feelings for this person.
You are making me seem crazy that I would have a feeling other than a little jealousy. You can be jealous. If a friend starts dating an ex, there's going to be a tinge of jealousy. So be ready to lose the friend.
Okay, so we disagree on this clearly, but Ari, my advice is that is totally fine if you want to lose the friendship. And Monica, you're saying absolutely no.
You'll lose the friendship. And friends are so important. Okay, topic 1 down. We've got topic number 2 coming up. Something about catering to your kids. When is
How
enough?
spoiled is too spoiled? We're talking about it. Coming up.
And welcome back to the Delco Duo. We solved one issue already, so we're going to get right to topic number 2.
All right, let's see who it is.
This is Sydney from Swarthmore.
Swarthmore, not Swarth.
Swarthmore.
If you're not from Delaware County and you see this sign, it is Swarthmore.
So, okay.
I know your grandmother.
My grandmother.
She said
Delco, born and raised, Swarthmore. I never understood why she said that. She worked at Swarthmore College. All right. I still tend to cater to my kids in their 20s. When do you draw the line? And Sydney, we'll get to that in just a bit. But back to Swarthmore. Swarthmore. Yeah, that's how I say it. But my grandma would say Swarthmore.
Was she very Irish?
Yeah.
Wasn't she super Irish?
Yeah, super Irish.
Yeah, so I think that's just like a Irish lady.
Swarthmore. Swarthmore. Now I can't even say it.
It's Steph, I have grown up saying it's Swarthmore.
Swarthmore.
If you live in the area, send us it phonetically and we'll talk about it.
Swarthmore, but okay. So catering to your kids in their 20s, that's obviously old. At that point, I think they should be thinking about moving out of the house.
Oh, so you think they still live there?
But that's what I'm saying.
I took this as more, maybe they don't live there, or they're home from college, or they're visiting for the holidays, and you're catering and you're tending to your children. I think that there's no old age for a parent. I don't think there's any age for a parent to stop. And I'm the baby of the family, so I think that it's easier to say that.
I would actually say I'm more spoiled now by my parents than I was. Like growing up and living in their house, it was like you live under our roof, under our rule, and you do what we say. Those are direct quotes from my mother. It was like
she's a very lovely lady.
She's a beautiful woman. She was terrifying growing up. At one point I was like, Mom, I can't believe you won't let me do what I want. This is a democracy. She goes, not in this household.
And she's right. And you're going to raise your children the same exact way.
This is an authoritarian. And I was like, okay, sorry, I'm wrong about that. But then as I got older and I moved out, and then when I would come home, it was so, oh my God, it was so fun. She was like, what do you want? What do you need? What do you want to do? What should we do tonight?
Because she wants you to remember how amazing and great it is to be home with your parents. I think that's totally a normal. I remember coming home from college breaks and just we would do everything under the sun just because they miss you so much.
First stop shopping.
Yes.
Always take you shopping.
Go through their pantries before you leave. Take whatever you need to do grocery shopping in your parents' house. That's what I would do before that. I would go back to school.
Yeah, so a little bit of spoiling here and there, especially when they're already pretty independent, okay. But it seems like if this woman is writing in that she's concerned with the amount of spoiling and it maybe with how they are taking it.
Are they grateful?
Taking advantage of it? Oh, number one way to tell if a kid's spoiled or not. You can give to your kid and help them through things and take them shopping. Are they grateful for it? Well, then that's great. You guys can have fun together. If the kid's not grateful for the things that you're helping them with, then you got to cut it off.
You draw the line. And it seems like Sydney's kind of approaching this because it seems exasperated. When do I draw the line?
Yes.
Just draw it, Sydney.
Draw the line. And if
Sydney, not Cindy.
I don't even know what I spelled it as.
I'm confused.
Totally anonymous.
Cindy and Sydney.
Sydney. Oh, yeah. Two different writings. But I think that's exactly what it is if you're even asking when do you draw the line needs to be drawn now. Because now you're feeling like you're getting taken advantage of. I know every time that my parents help me out with something, even nowadays, it's like the biggest way they spoil me is taking care of my kids.
Yeah.
And so that's how I feel spoiled is, oh my gosh, Mom and Dad, we've got another thing to go to. All right, we're coming over. But it's the constant, thank you guys so much. You don't know how much this means to me. My in-laws, same thing. They spoil us now by just helping out with the kids because we're so in the weeds with this. With us both working, with us both having a lot going on.
Spoiling.
Yes.
Depending upon, you're in your life stage now. I remember my sisters used to make fun of me because when I was working here at PHL 17, so this was within the last 6 years or so.
Right.
I think it was when I had first started. I always bring a yogurt to work, and you know that I... Yeah. And my mom used to buy me yogurts and give me them. So if I would visit, she would always hand me a bunch of yogurts, and she dubbed herself the yogurt fairy. So my sisters were like, Jenna can't buy her own yogurt. Why does Mom have to keep buying Jenna yogurt? We want a yogurt fairy.
Well, so the yogurt fairy.
So it became a running joke within the family that, this was a way that I was spoiled compared.
I was spoiled with your yogurt.
And my sisters were not getting yogurt from the yogurt fairy. So I am a big believer in, cater to your kids. I don't have any kids yet, so I can keep saying to cater to them.
But, the nice little things here and there.
The yogurt fairy.
Yeah, the yogurt fairy. But if they're taking advantage of you, draw the line.
Yeah.
You're just spoiling your kid and they're not going to grow from it. I never felt like I was spoiled. My parents helped out a bunch.
All right.
Yep.
Sydney, I think you will know when it's time to draw the line.
And the fact that you're writing in.
I think it's time.
It's time. Okay.
All right. What's up next?
One of our own issues.
Ooh, we've got a problem this week. You want to stay with us?
It's a doozy.
And welcome back. You are watching the Delco Duo on PHL 17. We solved 2 of your issues from home, so thank you, as always, for laying some of your problems in front of us and allowing us to talk through them.
Yep.
And now we have a problem of our own, so let's see who it is this week. What's Monica crying about?
And, we sometimes try and do every other. What's Monica crying about then?
Don't tell the people our formula.
Meisner advisor.
Our very strategic way that we build the show.
There's a formula. But this week, I just walked in and said, it's my turn again.
You actually texted me prior to recording about something that was going on.
You texted me and said, how's your wedding weekend going? And I was like, let me tell you, we've got great content for the Delco Duo.
Tell them.
So the wedding, we had 2 weddings back to back. One I was involved in. So actually, the whole kind of weekend started Thursday night with the rehearsal dinner. Then it went to Friday to the wedding. It was in Malvern. And then the next wedding was in the Catskills. I mean, this is so we wake up Saturday morning. We're exhausted because we had been kind of partying for 2 nights.
Exhausted. That's another word for hungover.
I wouldn't say the hangover was Saturday morning. It might have been Sunday. But Saturday morning, wake up exhausted. And we have to pack up everything because we had packed up for Friday. So then when we got back home Saturday morning to pack up again to leave for a 5-hour trip, I'm just throwing things into
5 hours to the Catskills?
Who knew?
Jeez. I thought it was a little bit closer than that.
Because you're going through Jersey. That's what you do. You go, I think that's what we did. I think we went Jersey Turnpike. All the way up, Tappan Zee Bridge.
Yeah.
You were talking some of the most traveled areas. Then to get to the middle of nowhere, the back roads, middle of nowhere, we lost service and reception. But we're driving, and I'm so tired. I kind of feel that super mom guilt because we now are going on our 3rd night of not tucking our kids into bed. I sound like mom of the year. And so I'm feeling sad about that. And then all of a sudden, I just look at Eugene, and I had my white sneakers on, and I said, I forgot my heels for the wedding. Like, I had 1 pair of heels to pack into a bag.
In that moment, you just remembered that you didn't have them.
I just was like, oh, no. And I just kind of had like a meltdown of like, what are we doing? Why are we driving 5 hours after this crazy weekend? I'm so tired, and I just forgot my heels. I have nothing to wear to this wedding. And I wasn't thinking straight. I just was like, that's it. I'll just wear my sneakers to the wedding.
Oh my gosh.
I really at one point was like, I guess I'll just have to explain to people that I had to wear my sneakers with this dress that I brought.
That is a fashion faux pas.
I
I would not go to the wedding.
So here,
you're
my
not wearing
goodness.
sneakers?
What happened?
What happened?
So Eugene, quick thinking.
Although this dress would have been fine. This is one of the few dresses that would have been maybe okay with white sneakers.
Yeah, but they're like my running white sneakers.
Yeah.
They're not like the cute white sneakers. So we stop at DSW.
Where?
In the middle of New York. I wouldn't say it was upstate New York just yet. We had kind of crossed into
Did you put it on your
Albany.
phone shoe store near me?
Yes, Eugene was. As we were driving, he's looking for shoe stores near us on the drive up because I'm like,
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry. I just was like, what is happening here? So stop at DSW and thank gosh, they had these shoes.
Yeah, you have them on right now. Can you... You might have to take your shoe off. Are they navy?
Yeah, they're navy.
Oh, okay.
So that was the only thing I wanted to find black, but these were on sale.
Close enough.
These were on sale. Really cute, actually. Now I really like them. Hold on.
Yeah.
Can you get that side view?
Can you see it over here?
Oh, hold on.
Sorry.
Cramping.
Sorry.
Oh, Jenna. Well, sorry.
This is look at that. Slow zoom.
Do you like the
You're
grass
showing
on
this
it?
for free.
Can't get this on OnlyFans.
Only on the Delco Duo do you get a free foot pic.
No one cared about that one.
Anywho.
But now I got to get my money's worth with these shoes.
So was Eugene upset with you, or were you upset with yourself?
I was just upset with myself. Thank God these were on sale, but I was like, I'm buying a pair of shoes I'm never going to wear again just because I forgot. Like, this is so silly. But no, Eugene was awesome. He just realized that I wasn't going to make the best decision.
There was no argument within the car?
No, there was no argument.
That's good.
There was no argument. He knew what had to be done. He just went and then we went and bought shoes, and that kind of delayed us even more. It made a 5-hour trip, a 5-hour, 15-minute trip.
Oh, no, not a whole 15 minutes when we're talking 5 hours.
But, he stepped up, figured it out. Do you ever have that happen?
That is, I'm surprised that there was no not argument, but there was no like, oh, Monica, I cannot believe you forgot your shoes.
Oh, he at one point was like, you had one pair of shoes to pack. And it's true. I said, but it's been a long weekend and we have a lot more partying to do. I'm really tired.
I think that this show is not only helping our viewers, but it's also helping you too in the fact that you were thinking content-wise, I need to look like a good wife.
I need to be my best
I need to be my best self so that I can't talk about how poorly I behaved on the Delco Duo. And look, no argument resulted in the forgotten shoes.
And we were on our way, and I got a new pair of shoes.
Oh, we love them. All right, what you love is Delco trivia, and we have a new question for you as we do every week. So here it is.
Where in Delaware County did we used to have its own ski area?
Where in Delaware County used to have its own ski area? Monica can't read.
Stick around. Take 2. Where did Delaware County used to have its own ski area?
We've been debating whether the grammar on this is right or wrong. I think it's Delco talk. Where did it used to have it, Monica? All right, let's see the answer. Chad's Peak was the name of the course in Chad's Ford.
This is so interesting. I never knew Delaware County had its own ski area.
Yeah, so this was in the 1960s. It was a long time ago, right off of Route 1. So it was probably about like 25 minutes from Media if we're thinking of locations.
Right.
Near the Gables, I believe, is now one of the event spaces. So there it is. This is from
hill.
It is. It's the Chad's Ford Historical Society, and you can see like some of the tickets, $3, $4 for a full day of skiing, and during the weekend, I think it was like $6 to ski.
Is it just that one run?
I believe there was 2 runs.
No.
Don't be a hater of Chad's Peak.
2 runs?
I think it was somewhere between 2 to 4. History is debating itself on whether there was 4 or 2 runs, but I know there was one large hill and there was one beginner hill. I'm the Delaware County historian.
Now I love this. I would love to have gone skiing and not have to drive like an hour and a half.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know if going skiing during a lunch break was a normal thing in the 60s, but apparently that was what people want or need.
Really? So they would go for like their lunch break?
They would go for, this is not somewhere where you're going and you're staying and you're skiing all the slopes. You're going here to have a fun time, maybe for a day, get a few runs in.
Well, I really do feel like this would be really nice, especially teaching kids how to ski. Because, Eugene and I always talk about getting JoJo lessons, but then we got to go pack up. We got to stay over at the Poconos.
And the prices. Can we talk about how expensive it is now to ski? It's really is expensive.
And don't get me wrong, we love it and we love the Poconos. I think it's great skiing. People always, rag on it for not having the best skiing, but it's good skiing for being an hour and a half away.
It does the job.
But I would love something even closer that I can just take JoJo to, let her go for a few runs.
Yeah, I love the name. Chad's Peak. I wish we could bring it back.
Bring it back.
It's no longer
back
there.
Chad's Peak.
All right, if you want to get in contact with us, Delco Duo at phl17.com. That's where you can find us, and also on social media.
And we love that people have been responding, not just with their problems, but also with their comments. We love to hear everything.
All right, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of the Delco Duo.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.